Hello and welcome back to Lumine Storylog, where we uncover the real stories behind the music. Today we're stepping right into the quiet intensity of a track called The Miracle of Sienna Crescent. And it begins with a scenario that, it cuts right to the bone of every parent's anxiety. You know, that specific heavy silence of an early morning?
Yeah, that quiet where everything just feels a bit too still.
Exactly. And it breaks with a phone call. The voice on the other end is distant, frozen. It's a son saying he's been in an accident.
It creates such an immediate, visceral sense of dread. The artist describes the drive to the scene not as a panic, but as a slow-motion nightmare.
Right.
The what-ifs just raining down, the traffic, and then finally seeing the intersection.
Right.
The red and blue police lights cutting through the gray morning.
And the car.
Yeah, the front was completely gone, airbags hanging out, shattered glass. I mean, it looked like a fatality.
But then, the moment the world starts moving again, he sees his son sitting on the curb.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, he's shaking, clutching his phone, but he is whole. Just a bruised lip.
Wow.
And in the face of that twisted metal, the artist felt this overwhelming wave of relief. He whispered a prayer right there on the street. Thank you, Lord.
It's powerful because in that moment, nothing else matters. You don't care whose fault it was or about the insurance. Life is the only thing that counts.
Exactly.
But, you know, there is a secondary character in this story that we really need to mourn properly. The car itself.
Sienna. For this family who were immigrants just starting their life here, it wasn't just a vehicle. It was really the fifth family member. It was the space where they held hands, where they prayed together as a family, where they sang while driving through the desert night. It held their history.
That makes the loss of the car sting in a very specific, sentimental way. And the artist mentions this heavy guilt he felt standing at the crash site.
Right, because it was getting old.
Yeah, starting to rust. And he had promised it, when we move to the new house, I'll put you in the garage. He wanted to protect it.
But the accident happened before he could keep that promise.
Right.
And here is where the story takes a turn that really reframes the whole experience. It's about the tires.
Oh, the tires?
Yeah, the artist had just put really expensive new winter tires on the car. Standing at the crash site, amidst the relief for his son, he found himself lamenting that fact, feeling like it was such a waste on a car that was about to be towed away for scrap.
But then his wife said something so profound. She told him not to look at those tires as a waste. She called them a shroud.
A shroud.
Like a burial shroud. He said, "You dressed our faithful friend in new shoes for its final journey."
That concept completely shifts the perspective. It turns a financial loss into a dignified funeral for an old friend.
Right.
It's not about wreckage anymore. It's about respect and a proper farewell.
It really highlights the resilience in this family. They found gratitude in the middle of chaos. And the song centers on that one simple lyric, "I'm okay."
Those two words, I'm okay.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, that is the true miracle. The car took the hit so the son could say those words.
And there's one final poetic detail that feels almost scripted.
Which is?
The family's new home, the one with the garage the car never made it to. It's located on a street named Sienna Crescent.
It's as if the car completed its mission. It delivered them safely to their new life and left its name behind as a guardian.
It really suggests that while the story starts with a crash, the music is actually about the peace found in gratitude. A beautiful goodbye to a chapter of life.
Now, shall we go meet the song contained in this story? 2-second pause.
Please subscribe and like.
Getting ready for the day, just like any other morning. Then the phone rang, a call you'd never expect this early. Something in your voice felt distant, almost frozen, and for a breath or two, the world went still. I'm okay, you said. I held on to those two words like air, stuck in traffic, watching the minutes crawl, every quiet what if starting to rain. I pressed ahead, moving lane to lane, until I saw it, the intersection, the lights, red and blue cutting through the gray, and my heart just dropped. And then I saw you, sitting on the curb, phone still shock. You were standing there, still whole. I whispered a prayer right there on the street. Thank you, Lord, truly thank you. Shattered glass, a twisted bumper, airbags hanging pale in the cabin. Standing there, staring at the frame, it felt hard to even breathe. I didn't care whose fault it was, not for a moment. You were alive, that was everything. I watched the tow truck pull it away, metal dragging softly across the asphalt. I'll put it in the garage when we move, I used to say without thinking. The memory landed heavy, sharp as a physical ache. Helping you up, holding you steady, checking every inch with shaking hands. Time seemed to pause right there beneath my touch. I'm okay, those two simple words are the greatest miracle I know. I whispered a prayer again. Thank you, Lord, truly thank you. Our first Sienna, back when we first arrived. Years unfolding through the windshield, the space where hands would meet, where we prayed together as a family. Cool night air, an open road, our voices singing through the dark. Back home I told my wife everything when she rested her hand on my shoulder, steady and warm. The tears finally came for everything that held us today. I say it once more. Thank you, Lord. The drive up to our front door, the sign that reads Sienna Crescent.